Friends, now in this session we are discussing about geographical features of India. In last session I already said there are four important geographical features we can find out in India. One is Himalayas, second one Indo-Gangetic Plain, next one Deccan Plateau, fourth one is coastal regions. Okay, now we want to discuss one by one what are the features or what are the uniqueness we can see in each physical features. Okay, first one we can see the Himalayas mountain. Okay, in these mountains, the Himalaya mountains, fully covered by snow or ice sheets. And not only this one, and we can see in world in highest height mountains or peaks, we can see only Himalayas. Best example Mount Everest or Mount K2. These are the important examples. These two mountains also in world in highest height mountains. These mountains we can see in Himalaya. So this is one of the important feature. Second one is this area is full covered by snow. And next, in these mountains they secured to India. How they secured the India? If enemies they are coming in outer side of country, if in north side they could not enter in India because of is the boundary like of one of the important physical feature, that is Himalaya mountains, that is given secure to us. This is also one of the important points. Next one we can see in North India peoples they getting water drinking purpose or industrial or agriculture purpose mainly influenced by Himalaya mountains. There's so much of birth rivers we can see Himalaya. And we can see numerous wealth resource we can see in North India because of Himalaya mountains. For example, agricultural purpose, what we are getting crops, if they need the water, where they getting waters peoples? What they are organizing the rivers in Himalaya range, the rivers flow to the North India side. So in that based peoples they use that one water and they adapted agriculture. So we now also we can see so many peoples are plenty of agriculture crops they are growing in North India. This is also one of the important matter. And next one, so I already said enemies did not come in that region because of there is a full covered, that is the highest height peaks, not only this one, and that area is full covered by snow. And next one they are saying, but enemies they can enter in two important passes. Passes means two important routes. In that base only some of the other country peoples they came to India and they started to rule. Okay, now which are the passes we can see? These like a passes they can come enemies to India, enter to the India. One is Bolan, second one is Khyber. These are the important two passes. In the passes in ancient time peoples they came and they attacked by India. These are the important matters about Himalaya range. Okay, next we want to discuss second one, Indo-Gangetic plains. Why they given Indo-Gangetic plains? This is also one of the important physical features in India. Indo-Gangetic means two important rivers. One is Indo, second one is Ganga. In the two rivers workforce in India, especially in North India, they created as a one of the land, flat land. In this lake of land is one of the good fertility soil is created or located. So they given name as a Indo-Gangetic plain. And in this place is very fertility soil in India. We cannot see these like of soil in entire in other places or in other states. Only we can see in Indo-Gangetic plain. So what are the crops peoples they growing? Most of the crops, for example, 60 to 70% of crops what we are getting in India, these productions is going on in only one place, that is Indo-Gangetic plain. That much of fertility soil we can see Indo-Gangetic plain. So this is one of the important features. Not only this one. So in ancient times, who dynasty they established it, they all are focused only one place, that is Indo-Gangetic plain, because of that is very fertility soil and full flat land for the administrative purpose or other purpose, that is very useful, and easily we can carry one place to another place, any other things. So dynasties or peoples all are focused only one place in ancient time, that is Indo-Gangetic plain. So that's why we can see some of the kingdoms they established it, they did war because of they want to capture Indo-Gangetic plain. Okay, they are given examples also in that. For example, we can see in that based only Vedic period also there are some of the war we can see. Not only this one, we can see Hindu civilization or Sindhu civilization or Indus civilization. These also established it in that place only. And not only this one, we can see these like only so many of empires. For example, Maurya dynasty. Next one, Vardhana dynasty, Kushana dynasty. These are the dynasty always focused only one region, that is Indo-Gangetic plain, because that place is that much of fertility soil. Okay, next third one we can see, third one part is Deccan Plateau. Okay, Deccan Plateau, before that we want to know, in our country, based on political purpose, we divided our country as a two part. One is North India, second one is South India. Okay, which river or how we find out this is South India, this is North India, this one is South India? How we can find out? So in Maharashtra or central land of India, one of the important rivers is flowing, that is Narmada river. Narmada river separated two parts. One is Malwa Plateau or Central Islands. Second one is Deccan Plateau in south. So in that based we are calling, based on Narmada river side in north side we are calling as North India, and south part we are given name as a South India. In Narmada river in south part, which are the parts we are calling, that part for the given name as a Deccan Plateau. And in this place we can see ancient time two important dynasty they ruled by in that region, Deccan Plateau. One is Maurya, second one is Guptas. And not only this one, in this Deccan Plateau, most of the land is covered by black soil. So peoples that adapted in that regions, they majorly peoples that adapted by commercial crops. For example, cotton. Most of the peoples they growing cottons or other commercial crops. So this is also one of the important features. Next one, last one, they given Indian coastal line. Okay, totally how many areas we can see in Indian coastal line? Totally 6,100 kilometers we can see Indian coastal line. Okay, where to where? For example, Gujarat to, just you have to see the India map, page number 8 or 7. You can see in 7 also, Gujarat to till West Bengal. The length of Indian coastal line is 6,100 kilometers. Okay, and next one, in that purpose, we divided different names, or we are given different names for Indian coastal line. For example, in east side, east coastal line means West Bengal to till Kanyakumari, east side a part of coastal line, they given name as a Coromandel coast. Same that like only in western coastal line means here Gujarat to till Kanyakumari. they refer or they're given two important names for that particular coastline. One is Konkan coast, second one is Malabar coast. Okay, which place where we are given Konkan coast or which place where we are given Malabar coast? Okay, I will say now. First one is Konkan coast, Gujarat to till Goa. Gujarat to till Goa. In that region, we can see coastline. This place where they given name as a Konkan coast. Next, Goa to till Kanyakumari, they given name as a Malabar coast. And not only this one, in this place we can see so many of ports. So that's why on that time, means ancient time, Romans or other European countries, they attracted. Because of, I already said, India is not a normal country. Already said, this is subcontinent. Because of, in world continent, what are the things we are seeing, these are the matters we can find out in India also. Resource, natural vegetations, our peoples, language, traditions. So peoples, they attracted. So Europeans or Romans, they came to India and they started to trade business, not only this one, and they started to rule also. So how this one helpful? Because of sea route. They used sea route and they become as a powerful. And not only this one, in South India also, because of this one coastal line, there are two important dynasties become as a very powerful kingdoms in India. One is Cholas, second one is they given Cheras. These are the important dynasty. They become as a very powerful kingdom in South India because of they utilize the port and they started trade relationship with other countries. These are the important matters about Indian physical features. Now, what we understood, in that best we can see each physical features also unique. We can see difference. Yes, no? Is the same points? No. Himalaya, fully snow covered area. Indo-Gangetic plain, fertility. Deccan plateau is covered by black soil. Next, coastal region. They given or they developed or encouraged trade relationship with other countries. So 4 points also different. They given different contribution. So India is called as a subcontinent and India's unity in diversity. Peoples are Indians, but the lifestyle, traditions, culture, language or natural vegetations, resource is fully diversity. So these are the important matters about physical features of India. Okay, thank you.